Namaste, beautiful, beautiful world. It is so, so wonderful to connect with you all for another IG Live. So, I actually, for those of you that are maybe tuning in to this, expecting to see Reiki Root here, I actually got the dates wrong, and our joint conversation is happening next Friday. So this Friday, it's just me exploring the theme of humanity rising. So in particular, today, I want to talk about our role in humanity's evolution. And there's a question that I've posed for this exploration, which is, are we falling from grace? Are we rising to heaven? At the moment, there are some really fascinating, interesting debates going on out there. A big movement of people that really believe we are in the apocalypse. And then another really big movement over here that believes that we really truly are rising. We are creating heaven on earth, and that all of this is a part of that process. So this is something that I want to explore today, that I want to delve into a little bit. Our role in humanity's evolution. So if you're joining me, just say hi. Feel free to leave questions or share your comments, or just share what resonates with you. And if you're watching this not live, you're watching this later on, just get in touch and let me know how this touched you and how it resonated with you. Okay, so I'm gonna go straight into this, and I feel that in order for me to share what I feel our role is, or the potential of the different roles that are needed right now to support the evolution of humanity, I feel it's important to just set a little bit of context, okay? And also address the kind of different debates and the different experiences that we have going on at the moment. And I think that's really, really key for me, is the idea of the different experiences that's going on at the moment, because we are human beings and we are here to feel and experience. And it's our experiences that are informing how we negotiate and navigate this reality. But it's also part of what keeps us in cycles. It's a part of what keeps us maybe trapped in cycles, but also a part of what helps us move into more evolutionary cycles also. So, yeah, I want to just sort of set the scene a little bit. If we are coming from the sense that what we're experiencing is uncomfortable, even negative or malevolent, that there are agendas at play, and that these are very dominant and impacting and influencing us in ways that we recognize or don't recognize. If we're coming from that place and that is our experience, that is completely valid. And that's also what we're going to see. We're going to see more of that. And if we're coming on a flip side from a place where we recognize that there are silver linings and there is a lot of benefit, and a lot of incredible things happening as a result of this time, this challenging time, then that's also what we're going to see, and that's what we're going to experience. So if we can be somewhere in the middle with all of this, and we can start to navigate our human experience, recognizing that we're going to feel both aspects of this dualistic experience. We're going to feel and see the malevolent agendas, and we're going to feel the influence on that. But then at the same time, we're going to see the benevolent agendas and the influence on that also. And if we can hold both of this, then we're opening ourselves up for a greater possibility of perceiving the unfolding of this time in a balanced way, in a way that recognizes the diversity of experience. When we're locked in to one perspective, for example, when we're fully in our victim consciousness, and all we feel as a dominant force is how hard done by we've been, and wanting to seek out all of the reasons from external, from ourselves and our world, as to why things are happening to us, when we're blaming others, blaming situations, when we feel trapped in the situation, when we feel unable to, when we feel that things are happening to us, if we're really stuck in that victim consciousness, then we're going to be seeing the unfolding of humanity even from that lens. So it's really important for us to recognize that that is a fundamental part of being a human. It's a fundamental nature of humanity, is that we feel these extreme emotions, that we have a mind and we have a body, and we can have tendencies, we can tend to get trapped in this. And it requires that certain level of maturity to see that, and to start to come into a more of a center point where we can hold it all. We can see it and hold it all, and recognize that our experience is going to be diverse and can be diverse. We start to attract more of that in, and we start to pull ourselves out of that one track consciousness. So for me, it's really, really important in understanding that context when starting to tune into the evolution of humanity, because we can't understand where humanity is going without understanding the very energetic space that's influencing where we're going, without understanding how energy, how evolution even occurs. And a really major part of that is, in order for us to evolve, to grow, to learn from our challenges, we've got to go through the challenges, and we've got to face the challenges. We've got to become intimate with that challenge, with ourselves. Ultimately, we really need to face up to those shadow aspects of ourselves. We need to face up to those challenges in an intimate way to really understand them, to be able to extract the lessons from them and integrate those into our being. So how does this tie in with our role, our individual role in humanity's evolution? So we are all connected. Each and every single one of us are connected. We are electrical, magnetic, energetic beings. We are energy, and all of energy is connected. So what energy I'm cultivating and I'm putting out into the world, into the ether, has the capacity to be felt on some level, to be experienced, to be linked and connected on some level with others. Okay? The way I kind of like to see it is like with this big melting pot, this big cauldron, and all of the expression that we create our verbal expression, our energetic expression, our tears, our artistry, anything that we express, that we project even. So our fears also, all of that gets added to this melting pot and it all just gets stirred in. So you can't really differentiate, like pull one thing out of that pot and go, okay, that's Natasha's tears from yesterday, because it all mixes together and a new flavor is created. And that's literally what's going on for us on planet Earth. So the more that we put out there, the more creative expressions, the more art, the more song, and the more we share with our family and our friends, exchange words and support and wisdom, the more that we put positive messages out on social media, all that kind of stuff, that's adding energetically to our global Earth energetic space. And every little bit absolutely helps. So right now, just give you an example, right now we are in this incredible phase of a global challenging situation, a global pandemic. Hi everyone that's joining at the moment. It's really great to see you. Hi Vicky. Hi Anand. Hi everyone. So we're in this era of like this really incredible, challenging global pandemic situation. And there is a lot of fear naturally arising within us because we're faced with this virus. And naturally, there are things coming up. Am I vulnerable? Is my health where it could be? Like, what would happen if I got the virus? Like all of these different things, all of these different fears are coming up naturally. So in a way, this situation, it has a lot of positives, right? Because it's bringing up this deeply embedded fear that maybe we wouldn't have even seen, we wouldn't have even known was there. But as it comes up and the whole of humanity is experiencing this, when we wake up on those days and we really feel heavy, maybe part of what we're experiencing is that we're tapping into this at the collective level. We're feeling what everyone else is feeling. So I just want you to tune into that for a moment. I just want you to let that sit with you and see how that connects with you. Have you had that recognition of like this, an energy that's within you? You wake up one day or you move throughout the day and you feel a certain way and you kind of question, like, is this mine? I thought I worked on this, or what's actually really triggering this level of anxiety? I don't know where it's coming from. It's likely that what's happening is that you're tapping into what's in the ether, what's in the collective, because we are all in this bubble, this earth bubble together, and we can feel it. And when you have millions of people around the planet going through that same fear, it is felt. So I know before I left the UK, I was stifled by the level of fear and by that dense energy. It was so overwhelming and I could feel it every day. And there would be some days that I would wake up and I would just feel so heavy and feel so lost. And I felt pretty grounded with it all, but I just knew that it wasn't mine. I knew that it was also really to do with the collective and what I'm sensing out there. So if you have experienced that before and you recognize that that's a possibility, then there's also the possibility, right, that the opposite can happen, the flip side can happen, which is we could pump out love and bliss and joy, and that can be felt in that same way. That lightness is adding to that melting pot and is helping to lift everyone. So this is an invitation to you to start to really shift your awareness and your intention into spreading the love and joy as it comes up for you, as you're experiencing it, and intending that that energy move out into our consciousness, web of light, web of consciousness, web of energy that encases, that is a bubble for our planet, that is very much holding us in this time. And to intentionally spread your love and your light into this. Because just in the same way that we can feel that dense, heavy energy of the collective, we can feel the love of the collective, which means we can contribute towards it. And that's very much, for me, at the center of our role here in humanity's evolution. Each and every one of us plays an important role in the evolution of humanity. Because my belief is that it's not possible to leave one person behind. Until we are all evolving and ascending together and coming into the heart space together, we aren't going to fully move into this new phase of humanity's evolution. We're all in this together. On some level, we are all moving together. So some souls are going to really ride with it and really move forward and ascend their light body into a new dimension of existence. And some souls are going to incarnate again and come back in the next lifetime and see how they can do things differently and be given another opportunity. But we are all in that process together. We're all in that process of ascending or incarnating together. We rise together. Humanity rises together. I very, very much believe that humanity is rising together. And even those of us who are facing ill health and even dropping and leaving the body, it's a part of our evolution to move into that new phase, to transition into the new life, to take what we've learned from this life and really take it into the next life and do things differently. So this sense that we're descending into chaos or we're descending into the apocalypse just does not resonate with me at all. I believe we are truly, truly creating heaven on earth, and it may take more time than we wanted or than we thought, but it's happening. The media plays a really important role in all of this because somehow we've created this situation on planet Earth where the media sort of dictates, not sort of, the media dictates what we think and the way that we perceive the world. And depending on what media channel we choose, that's the story and the picture of the world that we're going to see. So if we're aligned to media channels that use suffering and pain and fear as a tool of control, as a tool of creating a certain sort of world, if you are tuned into those sources, that's what you're going to see. And that's what you're going to take on. That's what you're going to believe. But that isn't necessarily a true reflection of what's going on in the world. So it's really important that we start to look at the institutions that are manipulating the way that we perceive the world. Okay, because if every day we're switching the TV on or reading the paper and we're getting something that affirms that belief in us that we are descending into chaos, then that is what we're going to create. We're going to give that energy out. We're going to create more of that. And we're going to be stuck in that vortex. But then that's what we're contributing to the evolution of humanity. Whereas if we choose to read papers or listen to the media or news sources that are more progressive, that are talking about amazing things that people are doing on the planet, that are giving balanced views about what's going on out there, that are sharing really important compassion-led debates about all of this, then again, that's the energy you're going to cultivate. That's what you're going to see more of. You're going to attract more of. And then that's the energy you're going to put out into the world. And that's what your contribution to humanity's evolution is going to be. So my question to you is, what is your contribution right now in this moment to humanity's evolution? Is your contribution more fear and judgment and doubt? Or is your contribution to humanity's evolution patience, love, tolerance, curiosity? What is it that you are projecting out into the world? We absolutely do not have to all be putting in physical resources, time, and effort. Sometimes holding space from a place of consciousness and pure intention and ceremony, creating ceremony in your own way, contributing to nature, these things can all be just as powerful as doing something physically, like helping your neighbor out with the shopping. Because that's what we need at the moment. We need to be really cultivating and sharing and spreading the energy of creativity, of compassion, of trust, of patience. These energies that are really just going to support this space and allow people to gently awaken in their own time and in their own pace. And that's why the patience is really, really important. You know, because I hear a lot of, why won't people just wake up? Why don't people just get it? Like, what's taking people so long? How can they be so stupid? And I get it. But again, if that's our dominant energy that we're putting out there, how is that impacting the evolution of humanity? And how would the energy of patience impact the evolution of humanity differently? So I invite each and every one of you to recognize, to first and foremost, honor yourself. That if you're watching this video or you've come across it somehow, then you are absolutely on a path of recognizing the contribution that you make to humanity's evolution. And I encourage you to share this video with somebody that you know is also moving toward or navigating this world or starting to become aware that they are a part of humanity and they have a role to play. And you know, what I'm not saying is you need to know right now in this moment, like what your exact role is. That's going to come with time. And that's very much a part of the work that I do. And I offer free discovery calls for anybody that wants to tune more into their soul's vision, into their earth mission. I offer these free discovery calls. They're no string attached, and they're for people that want to just start to tune into their next steps. Because that's my gift to the world. I just love doing it. I'm really good at doing it. And my wish is for all humans to recognize their innate power and the important role that they have to play in the evolution of our planet. And so my gift to you is to start to tune into that. What is your role in humanity's evolution? So please get in touch if you'd like to book a discovery call to tune into that more. Please tune in next Friday when Rube and I are going to be sharing a discussion along this theme also. I also share free 90-minute integrated yoga journeys through my Evolve Yoga classes every Wednesday, 1 p.m. CST, 6 p.m. GMT. These classes are now free. totally free. Again, my gift to humanity, because I care so much about the evolution of this planet and the abundance and joy and bliss that is available to each and every one of us. I really want you to experience what I experience on a daily basis. So I hope that this has supported you in some way. Please leave comments. Let me know how this resonated with you. I'm so delighted to connect with you and hope to see you again soon. Hari Om Tat Sat.